Welcome to This Week in Poker, your source for the latest happenings in poker news. We've got all the top news on all the major tournaments, what's happening in Vegas, the online world, as well as high-stakes cash games. But first, let's begin with an update on the Card Player Player of the Year race. In the top position sits John the Razor Fan. With 8 final tables this year, including a WSOP and WPT win, it's no wonder that he's leading the way. He's got 6,704 points, but close behind is Elke Graspier with 5,410 points. Here's what they had to say about it.
So John, you're number 1 in the Card Player Player of the Year race. You've held that position for a while. Are we going to see you at every Bellagio event trying to keep that number 1 position?
I'm trying to, but it's tough though, like every year it came down to the main event, so anything's possible, and there's a lot of good players that's still in the lead, and who knows? I mean, it could go my way, or if I'm not lucky enough, that I could lose my title. I've been there, done that, so hopefully it's not going to be like 2005, where I'm not going to lose it at the last week.
Now, John Fan has been in first place for a really long time. Now you're the closest on his heels. Have you talked to him about this at all, or any smack talking?
Yeah, actually, he came back when I was playing one of the events a few days ago, and he's like, "Oh, you don't have to play these small events, man. It's okay."
So he's got it on his mind too.
Yeah, and David Pham too. So yeah, it's a pretty close race, and we're all playing all the events, but it's gonna be a lot of fun, hopefully.
Also in top contention is 2-time Card Player Player of the Year winner David the Dragon Pham. He's in third place with 5,222 points. In fourth is World Series of Poker main event runner-up Ivan Demidov. He's got 4,940 points. It's coming down to the wire, and all the top contenders are vying for the few Player of the Year points left to be had this year. It's all coming down to the Bellagio 5 Diamond World Poker Classic. That brings us to updates from the tournament trail. The 5 Diamond World Poker Classic began last Friday at Bellagio. The preliminary tournaments are all no-limit hold'em and feature buy-ins ranging from $500 to $5,000. Among the event winners so far are Sorel Mistsi and Toto Leonidas, who also placed second in an event at the 5 Diamond. Bellagio seems to be his place of choice. During the Festa Al Lago series in October, Leonidas made 5 final tables, including 1 win. Last year at the 5 Diamond, he cashed in 2 prelims and 1. Here's what he had to say about it.
First of all, Toto, congratulations on your latest preliminary event win here at the 5 Diamond. Now, you also won a preliminary event at the Festa Al Lago just a couple months ago in October. And even before that, you won another preliminary event here at the Bellagio. What is it about this place?
No, in October, I think I play 10 events. I make 5 final tables.
Absolutely, yeah.
And actually, I just decided last October to...
Bruce Atkinson, are you in the room?
Bruce? To play the tournament. I mean,
Bruce
because the last
Atkinson.
3-4 years, I didn't do good because I've been playing cash game most of the time when I play tournaments. So I know. So I decided, I'm going to go back to tournament and concentrate on the tournament. So I think that helps me a lot without playing the cash game, when I'm playing the tournament.
Definitely. I was wondering where you were, and now you're at every single final table that we
All right,
see.
David.
So thank
Don't
you
worry,
so
I'm going to be back
Phil,
from
David.
now on.
From now
So,
on,
yeah.
announcing right now,
Steve,
Toto
Steve.
Leonidas is going to be back at final
Table
tables.
41, please.
He'll be looking to do as well in the $15,000 buy-in main event that begins December 13th. The Card Player reporting team will be there to bring you all the live updates, photos, chip counts, and videos. The Aussie Millions Poker Championship has firmed up their 2009 schedule. The highly anticipated series will run January 4th through the 26th, and in addition to the $10,500 Australian dollar main event, the events will also include a $10,200 Australian dollar buy-in horse event, as well as its signature $100,000 Australian dollar buy-in challenge. Last year, the tournament featured a record 780 players, making the Aussie Millions the richest and longest-running poker tournament in the Southern Hemisphere. In online poker news, PokerStars recently announced that it will sponsor the Russian Poker Tour, starting with 2 major events in early 2009. The first RPT event will kick off on January 25th in St. Petersburg with a $5,000 buy-in. Then, on February 22nd, Moscow will host the second RPT event that will feature a $10,000 buy-in. To play for an $8,000 prize package for the RPT St. Petersburg event, click on the Special tab of the Events section of your PokerStars software. Satellites are running for as low as $2.22 or 111 frequent player points. The RPT is added to the list of impressive tours the site has sponsored, including the European Poker Tour, Asia Pacific Poker Tour, and the Latin American Poker Tour. Now on to Strip Poker News. Want to win a free Harley-Davidson motorcycle? Then play at Planet Hollywood. Every time a high hand is hit, which is quads or better, that player receives between $50 and $599 as well as 5 raffle tickets for the free motorcycle. Every other player at the table receives 1 raffle ticket. The Harley drawing will be on February 1st. Now on to some high-stakes online updates. 2 high-stakes heavy hitters butted heads earlier today to make the biggest pot this month to the tune of more than $500,000. Tom Dwan, also known as Durr, and Phil OMG Clay Aiken Galfon were playing 500, 1,000 no-limit hold'em. Dwan picks up pocket aces and raises. Galfon has pocket queens and re-raises. Dwan re-raises and Galfon makes another re-raise. And Dwan re-raises again. This is madness. Now for most players, putting in the 5th re-raise absolutely means pocket aces, but with the psychology, Dwan's hyper-aggressive play, and metagame going on here, that isn't always the case. The flop comes 7 deuce, 7 rainbow, and with the pot at over $140,000, Galfon checks and Dwan bets a meager $34,700 into the pot. Galfon goes all in for over $128,000. Dwan calls, the board blanks out, and he scoops a $563,000 pot. So do you want to know how your work week compares to those of the high-stakes pros? Well, from Monday through Thursday, here are the biggest winners on Full Tilt. Ilari Sahamis, also known as Zigman Online, tops the chart, netting almost $704,000. Second is Phil Ivey with a win of $529,000, and just behind Ivey is Patrick Antonius with a win of $516,000. Although these guys can make 10 times most average people's salaries in one session, they can also lose the same as well. The biggest loss of the week was taken by Cole South. From Monday through Thursday, he ended down $828,000. It's time for the segment that you've all been waiting for. May I present to you A Moment with Mike.
And now, A Moment with Mike.
God, that's some gross shit, dude. Just to think that somebody would even drink this.
Dude, please stop.
I'm so wired that I can't even think straight. I'm rambling and I don't even know where I'm going from place to place. Is this okay, though?
This moment was brought to you by Mike the Mouth Matiso.
Thanks for tuning in to This Week in Poker. Have a great weekend. I'm Christy Arnett for Card Player TV.